Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. I hope this video will help some of you out there gain some inspiration and perhaps some motivation to make a change to your lives today. I want to share with you my gratitude for my sobriety and my life. It was singly the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, getting sober, but also at the same time the greatest, the most amazing thing that's brought me so many gifts, the gift that keeps on giving, if you like. Things continue to improve on a daily basis, and I'm blessed for that. But I know what it feels like to be in the depths of despair, in the darkest hole, thinking that it's impossible to dig your way out. I mean, I'm involved in several groups, online and outside of here, online, sorry. And I talk to people a lot and try to help people who are in situations that I can totally relate to. 6 years ago, my life, I was 55 years old, was a mess. My family, having tried absolutely everything to make the change, I'd let them down again with my lying and my cheating and my lack of care of myself, if you like. And I'd moved out into a small house and was living on job seekers allowance in England, which is like a welfare benefit, and struggling to get by each day because I was still in the midst of addiction and I couldn't see any way out of it. You know, I've been reading today online, there's a guy in a totally similar situation who's, you know, drinking every single day, using what little money he has just to satisfy and stave off withdrawal and feed his alcohol dependence and his addiction. And it is a deep, dark, terrifying hole. But I'm here to reassure you that nothing is permanent. You know, I used to think it was. I used to think there was no way out. There was no way to gain the trust of my family again. No way to live a better life, a healthier life, to leave my addiction behind me and find a true inner happiness. But I assure you, I've found all those things. And it is possible, because nothing is permanent. Things change and are constantly changing, and you have the ability to change too. You know, I was talking to a lady the other day whose greatest fear was going into withdrawal. She desperately wants to stop drinking alcohol, but because she's dependent on alcohol, you know, several hours, as you know, those of you who've been through it, and I certainly have quite a few times, after several hours, she starts to tremble, she starts to shake, her anxiety goes through the roof, sweats start, and all the other horrible symptoms that can be dangerous of alcohol withdrawal occur. So she drinks to get rid of them, because instantly those symptoms will disappear when you drink again. And that's a vicious and horrible cycle to get out of. Just as this guy who I'm talking about, who's living on his own on welfare, that drinks his dole money away every week, every day, and is desperate. The cycle, you have to break the cycle. And it is the hardest thing, as I say, you will ever do. It's painful, but it will be the best thing you ever do. And somewhere, if you want to live, because it is as important as that, it's life or death in many cases. It was for me. You have to make that choice. You have to find something deep inside of you that, I don't know, an inner courage that you all possess, and you have to go through that pain. I often say that with the withdrawals are rites of passage in a sense. You know, it's your body. You have to see it as your body readjusting, healing, balancing again. And it's painful. But as each day, each second, second, minute, hour, day, week, month passes, it gets easier. There are other challenges ahead after that. Early sobriety is no picnic, as you know. You know, you have to learn how to deal with emotions again. You have to learn how to deal with feelings. You have to learn to make massive changes in your life, to disassociate yourself with people who may have been your friends, to not to go to places that you may have been habitually using before, to find a healthy diet, to exercise, to do all the things that you at the moment perhaps can't ever see yourself doing again. But they all come as they did for me, because I was the same as that lady I was talking about, drinking to stave off the withdrawal for years. I was the same as the man living on his own, spending his dole money on alcohol and not eating and not putting electric in his meter because, you know, he needs to spend every penny just to stay well. And once you dig yourself out of that cycle, it's possible for me. My life has moved on. I live in a different country now. You know, I fill every second of my day with activity. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I'm fitter than I've ever been in my life, stronger and grateful. You know, I give my time to other people. I volunteer. I give service. I have higher self-esteem, less self-doubt. I love myself more because I couldn't even look in a mirror in those days. So, you know, anything's possible. You have that power inside of you. You have that strength inside of you to make those changes. You have to realize you need to change. You have to want to change more than you can, you know, you have to taste that want to change. You have to let it burn up inside of you and go for it, because you have to really want it. You have to seek help, because you can't do these things on your own a lot of the time. You have to seek help. It's important. It takes a great strength to ask for help. But if you do that, it'll be the best thing you've ever done. And then you have to keep moving forward, step by step by step by step. Small goals, small goals, small goals, till you get better and stronger. And anything then is possible. Whatever your situation now, whatever it is, I promise you, I understand how bad things can feel and be, and how dark things can feel and be. But there is a way out, trust me. There's videos on this channel that will help you at every stage of that process. Please subscribe, please like, please share the videos if you think they'll help a relative. The reason I do these things is to pass on my experiences, things that have worked for me. There's everything on here from diet advice, exercise advice, lots of tips of early sobriety, loads of tips about withdrawal and videos on withdrawal from drugs and alcohol, because I had a problem with both of those. Find a life today. You can do it. You have the strength. You have the power. Trust me. Live strong. Live free. Carpe Diem. Seize the day today. Make today the day you change your life. Much love. Thank you for listening.